Seeping Bile is a trash gem that has only 4% chance to trigger on monsters in PvE, and PvP it is also trash because it only has 4% chance to trigger, and so most things die before the gem even get triggered. This is the argument that I see a lot whenever I recommend this gem to anyone, especially for the damage over time builds. So today we are talking about the Seeping Bile and my reason why the gem is really good even in PvE and PvP. So if we go and check out the Seeping Bile right now, I have a Seeping Bile here that is a rank 6, 4 out of 5 star. It has a 4% chance to trigger and it has a 45% base damage. That is exactly same as having a Viper Bite at rank 10. It has a 45% base damage and it can trigger at first hit. That is why this argument we see a lot that the Viper Bite is a lot better than having a Seeping Bile here. So what we're going to do today is, first off, let's remove this gem and let's hit this dummy. I will just one click. There we go. Let's see the amount of damage we can get from that one hit. That is a Viper Bite, by the way. It is still going. There we go. It ended with 312k damage. That is good. So now what we are going to do is let's replace this gem with a Seeping Bile. Again, I will just do one hit, see if it triggers or not. I have a lashed that trigger every 9 seconds and it has a bleeding. So let's see if it will trigger here or not. There we go. Bleeding is happening on dummy from the lash. Let's see if Seeping Bile gets triggered. It got triggered. And let's see the amount of damage we can get from this gem. There we go. A bit less damage compared to a Viper Bite that is awakened as well. So awakened rank 10 Viper Bite does a bit more damage. I already tested that in another video. Maybe I will have that on your screen. We already know that the Viper Bite at rank 10 with the awakened slot does a bit more damage. But anyhow, what we can do now is that we can first see that it did actually end up getting triggered from just having a lashed effect here. That is a bleeding. If we somewhat now, let's replace this video is going to be my reason why it is good. Let's put these two gems together. Now we have a Seeping Bile and we have a Viper Bite. Let's reset this again and I will hit the dummy with the lashed. There we go. You can see the board getting triggered back to back, and so it is not taking forever for a Seeping Bile now to trigger, even though it has 4% trigger chance. They both trigger back to back really quickly and we end up getting a lot more damage, and that is just one combination why I like this gem. Now what we can do to make this combination even better is if we somewhat let's quickly change the builds. I will have to take a few gems off. There we go. Now we are only left with those 3 gems that we were using, and now we have 4-piece Grace of the Flagellant that will deal additional hit every 5 hits on an enemy. It could be a player, it could be a monster. And now if we hit the enemy like this, let's say like that, let's take a look. 1 additional hit from Grace, 2 additional hit from Grace, 3 additional hit from Grace of the Flagellant, 4 additional hit from Grace of the Flagellant. The Seeping Bile and Viper Bite were both trigger, and we got 4 additional hit that came from Grace of the Flagellant, having the damage over time from a Viper Bite and Seeping Bile. That is extra damage on monsters and on players in PvP. Now I know that potency and resistance can change the amount of how many dot we can get. That is understandable. And now if we go back to the game and use the slow time before hitting the dummy, there we go. The amount of beams that we are seeing now is going to be even more because the tick rate for the damage over time effects like the poison has been increased thanks to the helmet, and so we end up doing even more damage thanks to having Praise of the Fledgling. So this gem, even though it has 4% trigger chance, it can be made a lot better having a Viper bite, and this would be the result in PvP as well. We can just hit the enemies with having just slow time and hit them with a skill, and some of the damage from these doors they will receive, and it is a really strong combo. Why a lot of players are still using the Seeping Bile inside of PvP, it is still a really strong gem even though it has a 4% chance of getting trigger. I can go and showcase some gameplay, but I don't want to make this video too long. Maybe in future I will do some builds, or maybe we'll do some gameplay showcasing this gem and how it is performing. But for now, I'm signing off. I just wanted to go through a few steps and showcase why the Seeping Bile is still good. It can deal a really good damage, and we can combine it with few set pieces and make it even better. By the way, we could have added 2 pieces of Feasting Baron here and increase the duration of our poison gems like the Viper Bite and the Seeping Bile by another 30%. So a lot can be done with these gems, and even though, like I said, 4% chance is still a really solid gem. I'm signing off. See you all in the next one. You guys have a great day.